What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's 10-game NBA main slate, courtesy of Awesemo.com and presented by SuperDraft. We've got ourselves a big slate to close out the week, and we're going to be talking about one game a lot in particular today, but let's get that power of positivity in the air right now. Please hit that like button. If you want to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of SuperDraft, like the video and comment your top value play according to DraftKings salaries down below. Yesterday, nobody got Monty Morris right, so we're 0 for on the week. Let's close out the week strong and get it right by right now hitting that like button and commenting your top value play down below. But as always, we got no time to waste here in the Four Corners, so let's get right into it with our first corner, the top owned plays in Jimmy Butler in a matchup versus Washington, where there's 120.8 implied points for Miami. Butler is 30% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he is 36% on FanDuel. Butler leads Miami in usage and contributes with rebounds and assists that will only come upwards thanks to the pace and Washington's league worst 114.3 defensive efficiency rating. Another top owned play looks like his teammate Bam Adebayo in that match versus Washington, where there's 120.8 implied points for Miami. Bam is 20% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he is 41% on FanDuel. Bam gets the league's best center matchup with more pace and ability to add up rebounds and peripheral stats, as well as get some easy buckets, where the main risk is a blowout on this back-to-back for Washington. And rounding out the top plays is Mo Wagner on the other side at Miami in a game where there's 111.8 implied points for Washington. Wagner is 28% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he is 21% on FanDuel. Wagner is a 1.1 fantasy point per minute player on the court with Bradley Beal, and he saw 26 minutes yesterday with a chance to take on even more minutes with Jan Mahinmi out today. And now onto our next corner of the top value plays, and let's keep it in Miami with Ish Smith in that game at Miami where there's 111.8 implied points for Washington. Ish saw 34 minutes yesterday with Isaiah Thomas ruled out, and with Isaiah Thomas out again, Ish's price remains low with a path to being strong value despite the tough matchup. And eventually we'll talk about another game, but right now another top value play is Kendrick Nunn in that matchup versus Washington where there's 120.8 implied points for Miami. Goran Dragic is out again, and while Nunn has had some down games lately, Nunn averages 0.9 fantasy points per minute with Butler on the court with Dragic is out, and the pace plus lack of defense from Washington will give Nunn ample opportunity. And here's proof I'm willing to talk about other games with Yogi Ferrell in a matchup at San Antonio where there's 105.5 implied points for Sacramento. Corey Joseph and Bogdan Bogdanovic are both currently questionable, and the absence of both or even just one of them could give up enough minutes and ball handling time for Yogi to be a top cheap play on the day. And now into our next corner, some of the other top plays, and you know where we're going. We're going to Miami with Bradley Beal in a game at Miami where there's 111.8 implied points for Washington. Beal still had 44 fantasy points despite 7 for 24 shooting against Philadelphia's tough defense last night. He should have big upside with Washington's skeleton crew lineup if the game doesn't blow out. An on-Miami top play looks like Kawhi Leonard in a matchup at Milwaukee where there's 114.8 implied points for Washington. Kawhi's price is reasonable given what should be an extremely competitive matchup at Milwaukee that's a pace up and will require lots of buckets from him, Paul George, and the rest of the team. And another top play that I like again at his price is Spencer Dinwiddie in a matchup at Charlotte where there's 110.3 implied points for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie has seen at least 38.25 fantasy points in his last 6 games, and Charlotte's poor 111 defensive efficiency rating will give him scoring upside on his 30% usage as well as assist upside for his 32% assist rate. And now into our last corner of some of the lower owned dart throws I'm intrigued by on this slate, including Lou Williams in that matchup at Milwaukee where there's 114.8 implied points for the Clippers. The Clippers are going to need a ton of scoring in this pace-up matchup against Milwaukee's high-powered offense, and Sweet Lou can heat up at a price that offers a ton of upside. Another lower owned dart throw has been good recently is Evan Fournier in a matchup at Cleveland where there's 107 implied points for Orlando. This should be one of the slowest games on the slate, but Cleveland offers highly efficient scoring with a 111.4 defensive efficiency rating, while Fournier has seen upwards of 23 shots in recent games since Nikola Vucevic went out. And our last dart throw is Chris Dunn in a match versus Golden State where there's 109 implied points for Chicago. Dunn's minutes were limited by fouls last game, but he should see in the high 20s minutes, and he could see more upside thanks to the weak Golden State lineup across from him. So that's what I see so far on today's slate, so right now please hit that like button. And if you want to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, like the video and comment your top value play according to DraftKings salaries down below. There's been some confusion. The price doesn't matter. It's just a metric of how much the guy gets points-wise relative to his salary. So pick anybody, but they just have to be the best value play relative to their salaries down below. And the free months of Awesemo Plus come courtesy of SuperDraft, so take your Friday time right now to go to superdraft.io. If you use the promo code AWESEMO, AWESEMO, you'll get $20 free with any deposit of $100 or more. So go to superdraft.io right now. Get that $20 free and check out their multiplier tournament. It's a tournament style where you don't even have to know salaries. Just pick your guys and go, and there's been a lot of overlay in those games as well. So go to superdraft.io right now. And if you need some more data to dig through this slate, use this promo code SWITCHANDHEDGE for half off your first month of Awesemo Plus. Go to awesemo.com/join right now and use that promo code for that half off the first month, or find packages as low as $3.95 a week on there. So go to awesemo.com/join right now. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I've got 7 days a week of NFL NFL and NBA content. My personal podcast comes out tomorrow morning, and you should all be listening to that. So check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I'll be back on Live Before Lock with Fast Eddie Fear later today, so tune in then. And of course, I'll be back with you guys on Monday for another Four Corners. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great weekend and enjoy all the Miami and Washington players tonight. And as always, good luck.